With that, I'm going to bring up our first speaker. Timothy Hanna is a lifelong resident of the city of Appleton and has served as Appleton's mayor since 1996. During his tenure at the city, has experienced growth due to both development and redevelopment. A hallmark of the mayor's administration has been using strategic planning to help the city focus on its mission to deliver services responsible and to the community and enhance the quality of life with an emphasis on regional partnerships and collaborations. Mayor Hanna is a founding director of the Local Government Institute of Wisconsin, a past president of the Wisconsin Alliance of Cities, and past president of the Wisconsin League of Municipalities. I would like you all to please welcome Mayor Hanna.
Good evening. Oh, come on, you guys. I know you better than that. You're all here to see Lion King, right? You're going to have a couple thousand people across the street tonight enjoying this 3-week run of Lion King. So if you have there may be a couple tickets left tomorrow night or Friday, or make your way back. So first of all, right, welcome to Appleton, have a great time, spend lots of money, come back off. Okay, I'll get that out of the way. It's always a pleasure for me to welcome groups, especially groups like this, to Appleton. I am familiar with WLIA. As was said, I've been mayor since 1996. I had the distinct honor of being the chairman of the Wisconsin Land Council. Anybody remember that? Okay. Well, I was the chairman for most of its existence until the legislature, in their infinite wisdom, sunset that council and said, oh, we don't need that anymore. But WLIA had a seat on the Land Council and was a very active participant because we were charged initially with, part of it is the modernization of land records, but primarily to make recommendations to the legislature on land use policy, to align policies, to look for gaps in state policies and overlaps in state policies. And I'm still really proud of the work that we did at the Land Council. But then they thrust this grant program on us, and we ended up administering this grant program and really took away our focus. But I look back on those years with the Land Council with a lot of great memories. And just thinking about the work that WLIA and all of you do in terms of, I think it was at that time we were going through major records modernization, and there were a lot of counties updating their technology, updating their records, and I take it that we probably made a lot of progress in the intervening years. And a lot of that is due to the work that WLIA continues to do, making sure that regardless of the jurisdictions you come from, that we've got some measure of consistency across the state. And that's so important. I can tell you it is really important for the city of Appleton because I am so lucky to be the mayor of the largest city in Outagamie County and the largest city in Calumet County and the mayor of a city that's partially in Winnebago County. I also have pieces of 5 school districts in my city. So depending upon where you live in the city of Appleton, you will get one of 10 different tax bills depending on the combination of jurisdictions. So consistency of land records is really important. I can't tell you how much our organization, the city, and the different departments over the years have come to not just rely on, but really depend on our GIS department for so many projects. I can remember when we first started down the path of GIS and the city council asking, well, when is that project going to be done? Yeah, you can tell we have a lot of education to do for our city council people. This is not a project. It's a program, and it's going to be with us forever. We have a great staff at the city. We continue to add layer upon layer of information into our GIS maps. And now there's on all of our computers at City Hall, there's a link right to our GIS system. And we refer to it, I refer to it often when we're doing projects. So the other thing that I think is really important is this intergovernmental cooperation. I've been on this march for my almost 23 years as mayor, and you can tell why, right? I've got all of these neighbors here, and the reality is that Appleton doesn't have its own economy. We share an economy with all of our neighbors. Even though the state puts us in a position where we have to compete with our neighbors for tax base, and that's another whole speech, but the reality is the mission for the city of Appleton. I mentioned that we do strategic planning. It all starts with your mission and vision, right? Our mission is we're dedicated to meeting the needs of the community and enhancing the quality of life. Notice our mission doesn't say city, it says community. And that's something different. Community is about people. It's about relationships. It's not about lines on a map, sorry. Your maps do not define what your communities are. People define what your community is. And so I think we in local government really are charged with figuring out a way to govern that more closely resembles the way our citizens live their lives. I mentioned our Performing Arts Center. It's not supported by just the citizens of Appleton. That has wide-reaching impact across our entire community and really across the entire northeast region of the state of Wisconsin. But that didn't happen without the cooperation of our neighbors. I think the best example is right out this back door. If you've had a chance to look at our new Fox Cities Exhibition Center, notice it's not the Appleton Exhibition Center, it's the Fox Cities Exhibition Center. That only exists because we were able to convince 10 municipalities to share room tax to build that $30 million facility. And we didn't get not one dime from the state of Wisconsin. We did it all ourselves. But it serves the entire region. It serves the entire community. And we're really proud of that. One of my neighbors said, you know, it's like a family here in the Fox Cities. We fight like brothers and sisters, but in the end, we end up doing what's right for the family. So we figure out ways that we can work together. For us in the city of Appleton, to meet our mission, it's really critical that we are constantly looking for who else is out there trying to meet the needs of the community, and how can we work with them. We can't do it by ourselves. And we track that every year. I now have a document that is over 30 pages long of all the things that we do collaboratively or cooperatively with other entities, other governments, nonprofits, for-profits, anybody out there who is looking to meet the needs of the community, we want to work with. And the benefits are immense. We're able to use our resources and leverage that with other resources from the community to accomplish really great things. So anyway, welcome to Appleton. Enjoy your stay here. We have lots to offer. I hope you have a little bit of free time. You can get out and walk around a little bit. I'm so proud of the things that we have downtown. Lots of things to do. Of course, the Performing Arts Center, but we've got the Appleton Arts Center, the History Museum, which always has a lot of interesting things. Right now, there's a exhibit on the history of the Green Bay Packers. A lot of Packer memorabilia that is not, you won't see up at the Hall of Fame. And just a number of things to do in downtown Appleton. If you want, come on back when the weather's a little bit nicer, because especially through the spring and summer and into the fall, on any given night, if you're downtown, you're going to hear music, and lots of it. We have this thing called violin music, which we are coming into our 7th year now. It's always the first full weekend of August, and it's hard to describe. You have to come and you have to kind of feel what's going on. But violin music is all up and down College Avenue and all up and down our riverfront. And it consists of over 200 artists, over 70 venues, and about 1,000 sets of music, and 98% of it is free. So they're at every bar, every restaurant, museum, park, open space. We put artists on the bus, the Mile of Music bus, and people are lined up to get on the bus and listen to these artists play. And the unique thing about Mile of Music is all of the music is original music by those artists. There's no cover music. And it's hard to describe the vibe when you're walking up and down. We estimate last year we probably had about 80,000 people walking up and down and just enjoying this music, and everybody's got a smile on their face, and you can see the diversity in the music, the diversity in the people, young and old, different cultures. It is really something. So if you have a chance, come on back and experience what it's like here in the summer. So with that, enjoy your conference. Thanks to the sponsors, Ruckert and Milky especially. Done a lot of work with them, and Mr. Milky is a very good friend of mine from Land Council days, from the Local Government Institute, and I've known him a long time, and the people down at Ruckert and Milky and the other people who are sponsors, we appreciate that. And enjoy your time. Thank you.